of Danest Engineering Company Limited at the Ghana Industrial Summit and Exhibition of the AGI. Danest is a total welding solutions company located in the Ghana Highway Authority Yard in Takoradi. Danest Engineering Company Limited has a main business of offering consulting in welding and its allied subjects. We also offer welder training and testing. Then, the major job we do is a mechanical and metallurgical testing laboratory for testing of materials and welds. My name is Daniel Kwachi. I'm the Managing Director, and on my right is Michael Kwachi. He is the Quality Manager and a competent technician for destructive testing. Next is Isaac Tete. He's a competent technician for destructive testing, and they are here with me to help me in this exhibition. Right. We now look at the details of what we do. Over here are some of the courses that we offer. We do skill training in shielded metal arc welding, gas metal arc welding, gas tungsten arc welding, and then flux cord. These are skills that are required for employment in industry, especially the oil and gas, mining, construction, manufacturing, and then the general construction industry. That is skills training. We also offer technical training for personnel, industry personnel in the construction industry. We offer courses like welding for graduate quality control and quality assurance personnel. We also offer weldability of metals, and our flagship course is the arc welding inspection and quality control for people in the industry so that we could operate to international standards. This is what is required by the clients, the international clients who are coming in now, and we need to satisfy them by first obtaining the skill, the knowledge, the attitude, the skills, and then the habits for operating within industry. Right. There is also this job that we offer, that we can support industries to build their capacity for their staff, especially the technical staff. For instance, the Ghana Railway project will demand that we have trained and qualified engineers who will work on the rail lines, the stops, the stations, and so on. These must be trained, qualified, and certified to international standards. And at the moment, our laboratory for doing these tests, tensile testing, hardness testing, macro and microstructural analysis, and so on, is the only one that is ISO 17025 accredited in the country. And so we invite all contractors, we'll invite all facilities that need to do testing to use our facility that is in Takoradi for quick and efficient job at very, very competitive prices. Last but not the least, we have so many clients that you'll be proud of. We work for Yinsin Energy, WBHO, even testing agencies like DNV, ABS, and we operate to ISO, BSEN standards, AWS standards, and the client's actual specification when we are providing these services. So I will treat everyone to consider what Danest does as the only company that is working in the country for our construction industry to meet conformance to international standards. Danest Engineering Company Limited is located in the Ghana Highway Authority yard, which is on the Cape Coast Road in Takoradi. We are near the Vodafone customer service facility on the Cape Coast Road in the Ghana Highway Authority yard.
So I'm with Danest Engineering Company Limited, and I have with me here their CEO. Yeah, so I'll be speaking with him. Sir, please can you tell me your general assessment of the program so far?
Well, it hasn't been so bad with the attendance and then the level of exhibition and so on over here. It's good. Especially with the technical things that were displayed over here. I think on the whole, it's been very nice for us and for most of the people I can see around here.
So have you met your expectations?
Let's say 75–80% of it have met that.
So you were here from day one, right?
Yes, yes.
So you were here when the Vice President and also the Minister for Industry and Trade were here the last time to grace the occasion. So what do you think they brought on board that will help the economy and also this specific industry?
Well, I specifically want to talk about the reason why I've traveled from Takoradi to this place. See, we are into a new business, a business that is new to the whole country. That means assisting Ghanaian companies to meet compliance to international standards in production. See, so as you can see, we have this laboratory that is used for testing of welds, materials, iron rods, and so on to international standards. And I drew attention to the fact that now if you are having any major project, you have to test your materials. And we have this laboratory in Takoradi that meets that. So at least I was able to meet clientele, meet people who have bought that idea. So in that area, I think I'm fine. With the authorities who came in here to speak, I think what they can do more is to influence policies, put in a little bit more so that the policies that are churned out will help businesses of this nature to move on.
All right, thank you very much for speaking to Bamboo News. The journey still continues.
The dawn of the petroleum and the energy industry installations in Ghana has come with it the high demand for welding and fabrication services. However, these services have to be carried out within acceptable international standardization and specifications, without which major accidents abound and multi-billion-dollar contracts are jeopardized. Danest Engineering Company Limited's Welding Destructive Testing Laboratory in Takoradi has therefore come with a solution for welding testing in Ghana.
Danest Engineering Company Limited is a total welding solutions company. We are into welding consulting, welding education and training. We're also into inspection and quality control. We operate a laboratory for destructive testing, all in the same yard in the Ghana Highway Authority in Takoradi East. Over here, what we do is that the contractors are required to qualify their procedures, their welding procedures. And so they bring us the weld samples, and then we take samples out of them, and then we do the testing on these samples. Now, some of the tests that we conduct are the tensile testing, the bend testing, the hardness testing, and the Sharpie impact testing. And these are custom-made equipment dedicated solely for that. And these must meet international requirements in the testing industry. And fortunately, this is the first one in the country. When the sample is brought in from the various centers, we want to ensure we work according to the requirements of the specification that we have been given. For instance, this is a bend test. See, you put the area of the world in tension, and then you can visualize it and see whether there are imperfections on it. If there are not, then the world passes. Sometimes you have some that break like this one, and that is not good. This is the hardness testing machine that tests to the vehicles, right? So, and this is a sample which we want to know the hardness on all these marked areas. So when this is placed over here, there is an indenter in this. Yes, when it's adjusted right, then the indenter is actuated and it makes the indentation on that. And then the readings can be seen on this. And then that is read and then written to be compared to the required standard. All contractors will have to go through this procedure to have their procedures qualified, and that is what will allow them to work in the industry or to get contracts. As we've seen, Danest Engineering Company Limited is the company that has established the first mechanical testing laboratory meeting the requirements of ISO 17025 for the performance of mechanical testing for the oil and gas industry. And therefore, companies like JVC, SeaWorld, Belmet, and Group 5, who work on the Yinsin project for ENI, use this place to qualify their proceedings.